So behind me is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage S Roadster. It's the oldest car in this group, but it still manages to be quite endearing as products from the manufacturer tend to be. Over the years, Aston Martin has tried to liven it up a bit and keep it germane and relevant by throwing in a number of updates, notably more power in this engine marginally. But I think, casting all that aside, it is severely outmoded in this company, although you can forgive it because behind the wheel, it's really quite an empowering feeling. That V8 engine is loud and the gear shifts are aggressive from this automated manual transmission, but as an experience, it's really quite something special. I think another thing to note is how well this car has aged. It still looks fantastic and a lot of people aren't going to mind having one parked in their driveways.
For weeks I've been looking forward to the arrival of the Audi R8 Spider, and let me say, every minute waiting for it has been worth it. Decked out in Vegas yellow, it looks absolutely fantastic, and it doesn't matter what angle you view this car from, whether it be from the front, the rear or the side, it literally takes your breath away. Performance-wise, you're getting over 300 kilowatts, and start this baby up in the morning and I tell you what, it wakes the neighbors as well. It's a brilliant sounding vehicle and it attracts attention, it doesn't matter where you go. The Audi R8 comes in short of just under 3 million rands. It might sound a lot of money, but really you're getting a lot of car for that price. Depends on how deep your pockets are, but you know, it would be a great car to have parked in your garage any time of the day.
I have loved you from the moment I first saw you. Through the years.
This is the Lamborghini Huracan Spider. In terms of its technical constitution, it shares a lot with the other car in attendance, the Audi R8, although Lamborghini's representatives went to great lengths to explain that there are more than a few differences under the skin setting it apart. Even the exterior, it's quite flamboyant, even though this white color doesn't do justice to its assortment of sharp pleats, creases and ducts in the bodywork. From a pricing perspective, the comparison with the Audi gets rather interesting because this is substantially more expensive. It is the costliest car here, and it delivers about 90% of the sensations you get in an R8, which makes it a little tricky to justify if you're being rational about this kind of thing. But it is a Lamborghini, and that Raging Bull emblem on the bonnet counts for a lot.
The Jaguar F-Type might be a little bit overshadowed in the current company. And that's despite these snappy looking racing decals. Jaguar really have tried their best to make this car stand out, but in actual fact it's really not necessary. The moment you press that start button, this car's loud and proud character really comes out. It's not the sort of car that your neighbors are going to be very happy about, because it will wake up the entire neighborhood very quickly early in the morning. Now, while the car might not look as flamboyant as the other three cars here, it is certainly a match for them in terms of dynamics. Supercharged V8 engine, all-wheel drive, and in this particular SVR version, true supercar performance. It's also a very engaging car to drive. You can hang out the tail if you're that way inclined, but it's also quite happy to just potter around town, the suspension doing a reasonable job of soaking up bumps. Would this be my pick out of the 4 cars here today? Well, maybe just without all the stickers.